Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Connor, here with my father,
Kevin.
And today we have a genre-defying alternate hip-hop duo who have officially kicked off a brand new era with the release of their highly anticipated third studio album, Hyper Youth. It is personally my album of the year. Welcome to the show, Joey Valence Brae.
Wow. Wow, yeah.
Thank you guys for coming.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wait, who?
That was an intro.
Who's that?
And we want to start things off by saying, how was the first? Well, how are you, and how was the first show?
Well, great, man. We just got here to Vancouver a few hours ago. Just pulled up. The first show was crazy. It was awesome. It was everything we expected. Actually, it was very fun.
I saw something hit your eye.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. That last song was emotional, and something got in my eye. It was kind of messed up.
They got bugs like down
Yeah,
there in
no,
Portland.
fly
flies
flew in my eye, made me teary eyed or something.
Fly problems down there.
It was really fun though. I mean, like we sort of didn't know who would know what songs yet and how they would sort of go over. It's our first time like really playing them for people, and I think it just like went over exactly how we sort of thought, and it was super fun. Just like a lot of fun, a lot of dancing,
Yeah,
as
a
you
lot
should
of
be
dancing.
doing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, the question I had, second question, kind of following that is, how does it feel to be back on the road touring again?
I've really never off of the road, to be honest with you.
Really?
I mean,
It's like literally
we're
just
always
tour.
touring. Yeah, like we have like maybe like a month or two at most off, and then it's just right back to shows. So yeah, man. I mean, the road's kind of our home now at this point, but it's awesome. I mean, we love it. It's really cool now just for the Hyper Youth tour because everything is set up crazy. We have like a full like lighting package now. The stage is a little bit like larger, and it's just like it feels like a tour. Like it's cool.
Everything's scaled up now.
Yeah, a little bit. It's stuff that we used to talk about like a couple years ago. Now it's happening. You're like, wow, this is just like bizarre. It's crazy.
It's super exciting, eh?
I've got some questions about Hyper Youth and kind of bringing that to the live setting, but I think I want to hear what you've got first before.
Well, for questions?
Yeah, what do you want to talk
Well,
about?
I'd like to start with like what was your musical household? Like for me, I grew up in a house where my mom was spinning 45s. I became a drummer from it, right?
Oh, nice.
And then we played music around you, and you were like, your music sucks. No.
I never said that.
No.
I'm lucky I never had that. But
Yeah,
I mean, we both grew up with fathers who sort of shaped our music taste. Personally, for me,
Really?
I grew up, and my dad, like growing up in college, it's like when he got really into music, and he basically only listened to hip hop. So that was his musical taste. And so when I was growing up, I was hearing just a lot of old school hip hop, from Tribe to Wu-Tang to like Beastie Boys, obviously, and like all that stuff. But then he also, when I was pretty young, was like making these mixes, and he had this sort of program called Mixmeister. And so he would just like make these mixes and mix like, you know, anything from like old Chicago house to like electro funk 80s type stuff to hip hop to like sort of like the thousands pop that was happening, and then also like Kanye West and like
just throw it all
Nirvana.
in.
So
Wow.
it was like all this sort of stuff, and then a big thing that he put into it was Daft Punk, because like obviously their drums were just like so great to mix. But I just remember hearing that as a kid, and I was like, Daft Punk is the greatest ever. So that's when I got really into electronic music, and then I discovered like Skrillex and Knife Party and like Nero, Porter Robinson. That just shaped my music taste. And then when I met Brae is when we like flourished with our love of like hip hop, and then started making music.
Yeah, so Brae, what was your household like music-wise growing up?
Very, very similar just with my father. So my dad growing up as a kid, he was like a break dancer in New York City with all of his cousins. Yeah. And then he moved to Pennsylvania a couple years after as he got a little bit older. But he was just, he was just a hip hop head. So when I was a kid, I was hearing nothing but like just Michael Jackson and Jay-Z, Wu-Tang, Tupac, just a bunch of old hip hop my dad was playing all the time. And then that kind of shaped my taste as a younger kid. I got my first iPod and was just like downloading a whole bunch of just like, I was looking up YouTube ciphers all the time. Like, bro, like Eminem ciphers on YouTube were like my favorite thing at the time as like a little kid. And then I got into Logic like heavily when I was in like middle school, high school. And then it just went from there. And then it's funny too, because I was into electronic music as well. Like I went to Goodwill and found found Daft Punk Discovery on like
Wow.
a CD and was like, what is this? I just liked the way it looked and I didn't even know who it was, and I bought it for like 90 cents at Goodwill and I put it in my stereo in my room, and I had like bunk beds in my room. Me and my friends were just blasting Daft Punk all the time, and then I figured out who like Knife Party was, and so I was super into dubstep for a time, but hip hop never left. It was just like always rap
Always
for
there.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I feel really bad now because I was just a spoon salesman
Yeah.
for the restaurant industry.
You
and I'm
sold
like,
cutlery?
Yeah, I sold cutlery.
Wow.
That's
How many
That's
years? 20?
crazy.
Yeah.
25 years?
24 years.
24 years.
So did you just grow up playing the spoons, and that's sort
Yeah,
of like
that's
how,
it, man. Just fucking,
how your music taste came to be?
That's all I ever
So this is
wrote.
pretty awesome music taste for playing spoons.
He was very talented. He really pushed the limit
That's
with
awesome,
the
man.
spoons.
But the talent shows at school were pretty badass, huh? Yeah.
dude, I had so many different types of spoons. You had every
Yeah,
brand.
little Dimitassies, long iced tea
Wow.
spoons,
Yeah.
every
Nice.
soup
That's
spoons.
impressive.
Yeah, I do full
Yeah.
shows at the talent show.
Even
That
the
is
ones
so-
they give you at Ben and Jerry's to like try the
Yes,
stuff.
yeah,
That's
Oh,
like,
shoot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, so what were you listening to? Like, what
At the
was
time,
like,
you know, it's funny. Prior to the channel, I was really listening to like what I grew up with, which was like when he was born, Connor was born, and at 30, I was stuck in that rut of listening to John Mellencamp, Bryan Adams, roots rock.
Okay.
Right. So I never. So when the channel started, when Connor
As soon as you
started,
had me, you never expanded your music taste. It was
never
just-
like, and people have said, "How do you? Your dad has never heard." Okay, first off, I only listened to the single on that until he showed me it.
The full thing.
Yeah,
Crazy.
And then it was like I heard Omar Hakim, and it was like I was
The
like,
drums on
Omar's
that,
on here.
yeah.
I'm like, holy
Yeah,
shit,
yeah.
that is my favorite, one of my favorite albums, right?
the Daft Punk. one,
Daft
yeah.
Punk, and it's But prior to that, I was just listening to roots rock, and then he sat me down and said, "You've got to listen to this Radiohead album."
Yeah.
And then from there, it's like,
Wow.
Then we dove
Yeah.
into hip hop.
Yeah.
Because people were like, we like this concept of you guys
Yeah.
sitting down and chatting.
Yeah.
and I think that he picked the right entrance point for me because he picked TPAB, right?
Oh, yeah,
Nice.
So we were at the beach all day.
He's even hitting the acronyms now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like deep into it.
yeah, real fans know that one.
yeah, right.
But we sat down and listened to that album, and I think the combination of the live instrumentation and then Kendrick was like that was a good for me.
That's what got you into hip
Yeah,
hop.
if you dropped me right to
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi, I would have been
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
So that's interesting that you mentioned sort of that record and also Random Access Memories, because that record in particular, like the whole goal with that record was to bring in these legacy guys and like create sort of like a fusion between what they knew
Yeah.
sort of growing up and
Yeah.
like what sort of modern electronic music is, and bring that sort of like acoustic and
oh,
rock
that's awesome.
sort of
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
space back into it.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that that was kind of like a leeway for you, and like
Yeah.
you enjoyed it in that way because that was the purpose. And then with that, you know, with Kendrick, like that was like his jazz influence coming in. So
Yeah.
you know, it's interesting that that's sort of a leeway into everything.
And I think
but-
when people ask, we have a lot of people writing in say, "How do you introduce? How could I introduce my dad, who's like totally
Doesn't
Yeah.
want to listen to hip hop.
doesn't listen to hip hop at all?" I'm like, "Well, start with some kind of jazz element,
Or just something that he can connect with.
something
right?
he can connect with." Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You guys grew up with that, so it was
Yeah.
already ingrained, right? So it was like, but it's tough when somebody. So I've introduced a few friends to Pimp a Butterfly, and what was the one I've done recently? Oh, Clips.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so the Clips album I played for friends, and they're like, the guys that are maybe in their 60s that have been like Rush fans.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah, man.
there's a lot of
You know?
guys in Vancouver that are in their 50s and 60s that are bumping the Clips record.
That is
Clips
hard.
record.
It's
That's tough.
Yeah.
You were like spreading it like the gospel. You're like just like
Yeah.
handing CDs out to people. You gotta stream
Yeah,
this.
but to speak more on that, I just think it's so cool. I think I mentioned it before we started recording, but like this whole concept of like sharing music together is really cool because I think like the generational gap of discovering music is obviously it's very different because it's so much easier for us because we grew up with Spotify and Apple Music and
Yes,
YouTube.
yeah.
Like it was so easy as young kids to branch off and find new music, whereas like our parents and people even older, like they didn't like that discovery. It was so hard to do through physical, like just
for
like
sure.
sifting through vinyl, sifting through like CDs. So like for
yeah.
us, it's cool. But so now to like introduce like older people to like newer songs, because even it's like our fan base, like there's old heads that like love our stuff. You either love it or they're like, this is cringe, like you guys suck, like this is lame. But like that's not their fault because they're not even listening to stuff that is like older than 80s and 90s stuff. You know what I
Yes,
mean? So
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
you can't even blame them because they're just stuck stuck in their ways. But I wish so bad that somebody in their life, like
Could
what y'all are doing,
introduce them.
would like slowly introduce them. Like, you know, there's like new music being made in the Big 2-5. You just gotta find it. You just gotta find it. And there's amazing music being made.
Yeah.
You just have to find it.
Yeah,
So,
and I'm grateful for him to show
Totally,
it to
man.
me. Like, check this out, and he'll throw something to me, and you know, just driving. Check this out.
so sick.
Well, that's sort of how it was with Joey and Brae. We were on the bridge. Remember?
I showed you one track, before we did the album, because I was obsessed with the album when it came out.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
Thanks.
then I showed you a song because I was like, I don't know if we'll do it on the channel or not. I don't know if you'll like it. You liked one song. I think I showed.
Yep.
I think
We
it
were
was it
on the bridge coming back from getting tea. We go over the
some
bridge,
Tim
right?
Hortons, yeah.
Yeah.
And I played.
And I was
you-
like, what the fuck is this?
I played you Bust Down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
fire.
And then you were like, "This is good," and I was like, "Okay,
Yeah.
we're doing a video on
Nice.
it."
Nice. Sweet, man.
I know it. I busted down on your mom a couple times with that track.
yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I just sorry. We can kill that part, but
No,
it's a good, you know.
It's got a good tempo to it.
Oh, we're like that on this show? I was like holding back from cursing and shit.
Oh fuck no!
Oh no.
Oh my God, that got me.
No, we're one.
Keep that in. Keep that in. That's hysterical.
Thank you,
Oh,
Dad.
shit.
That's what I love to hear.
That's what we like to hear.
No, we're wide open.
Yeah.
I was staying a little bit reserved here. I'm like, I'm gonna feel the room out.
Nah, man.
Okay.
Moving on from
From that, sorry. Yeah, my apologies. Yeah.
I think sometimes you forget that I'm here.
That's what happens when you get older. You realize that your dad is just like, oh, you're just me.
Yeah,
Like, you were
exactly,
me
yeah.
at one point in time. You know what I mean? Like,
A question I had for you guys. You guys clearly had a strong vision for Hyper Youth. I saw you had like was it a vision board or something?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
posted. Can you just like quickly explain the concept of the album to anybody who hasn't seen that vision board or who hasn't,
Yeah.
doesn't know?
Well, I remember sitting down with Brae at this restaurant in LA, like, because we go there all the time. It's this restaurant called Brizo. Shout out
Brizo. Best lobster roll in LA.
But we just were like, what the fuck are we gonna do for this next album? And then we kind of just like talk back and forth. We're like, we're at a point in our lives where we're changing. Our friends are going out and getting real jobs. You're at a
Getting
point
married.
where you're like,
Yeah.
it's like real shit. And we're here obviously pursuing our dreams, and it's really cool. And like, how could we ever complain about that? Because we're in such an amazing position to be doing this as artists. But it's sad to be like looking around and being like, wow, people are changing and life is changing around us right now. And so we were just like, let's talk about everything you sort of experience growing
That's
up.
fantastic.
And we're both two kids who like to dance a lot.
Yeah.
So that element in there was really important for us, because we're like, why, when you grow up, do you feel like you have to lose that sense of wanting to have fun with yourself?
talked
And-
about
I just
this,
got crazy shivers. I'm not shitting
Yeah.
you. No, that
talked
is
about
so.
this
It's
so
so
much, yeah.
true. What you
Yeah.
it's crazy. Go sorry.
No, it's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
much more than that. It's really
Yeah.
just like, so we went in wanting to describe that. And we were like, let's take all the genres of music let's take all the sort of dance elements of stuff and all the records that we liked, even up till now, like the modern hip hop, the EDM, the 2000s pop, like all that stuff, and just put it into a record that feels like purely us and describing how we feel in this moment right now.
Yeah.
And the most important thing was like, fucking just enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
And it's scary. We're growing up, but enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
So that's what this record is, Hyper Youth.
Yeah, man.
I think that's why it connected with me so much, is because we're about the same age. And
Us?
No. Just to clarify. And the Clips record was phenomenal. That was my album of the year, and I know I might get some people like saying, "What the fuck," shitting on me for swapping them. But right now, like, it hit me at the perfect time, because I'm going through the exact same stuff. I've got friends who are pursuing music or pursuing acting. And then I also have friends who have like, they're like an accountant and they've got a house now and they're married with like 2 kids. It's like, it's like such a weird space. And, and then also to the point of like people, kind of being afraid to have fun. Like, I'll go out with some friends and dude, I don't know how to dance at all, but I will tear it up on the dance floor. I don't care what I look like.
That is great.
And I meet a lot of people. I got a lot of friends that are a little, I guess, I don't know if it's, I guess it's just maybe they're self-conscious or they're just worried what people are going to think. Yeah. But like, I think, I don't know, just so many elements on this record connected with me. And that's why I was like, I need to show it to you. And I was kind of worried showing it to you because I was like, I don't know if it will connect with you. But it did.
Can I go to my next one?
Go for it. Yeah.
Hyper Youth is such a fantastic album, and it really sounds like you both had a blast making it. And I had to write this down because it's long. As much as there are funny moments, it really had some moments that hit me and made me a little sad, to be honest. I cannot listen to Live Right without getting a little teary-eyed. First off, I want to say something about the production before we get into lyrics, but the production sets a tone that I can't explain what the production sets a tone for. It reminds me of when the first time I heard Drive by the Cars. It's melancholy, but there's this element to it. And then no matter the age of the person, I feel that Live Right can resonate with you and the feeling and the fear of getting older. I'm just wondering, do you remember when you guys started to have those types of insights in life? Like what age did you
Start to feel that.
start to feel that? Was that 20? Was it like now? Like when did you start going, things are starting to happen and change?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's just pockets of life where you really start to feel it. I mean, I know for me, like, I was just a horrible student in college. Like, we both went to Penn State, and that's where we met. And he graduated a semester before me, and I was so shit at school. I had to do an extra semester. I was like failing, but it was scary because I didn't have like a plan. Like, I was like, oh no, like I had a plan, but I was just like scared because I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like like our friend group was doing really great. Like, our homies were going out and like, nailing jobs and stuff. And I'm like, oh shoot, like I don't know like what I'm gonna do. And then we were always making music the whole time, but then as soon as it kind of popped for us, and I was like, oh, this could be like a thing, I started doing that. So that was kind of a moment where things are changing. But I mean, even right now, it's just like it's wild because we're busy and on tour, and then you don't see your family for like a super long time. Then you come home and stuff's going on, and like your family, like good and bad, and you're just like, I wasn't here for this, like what happened, and whatever. And so it's just crazy. I mean, things are just changing all the time.
Yeah.
And
so there wasn't like an exact moment where it like hit you. It was kind of just progressively.
I mean, and that's kind of the point of like Live Right as well, and like the lyrics and just the feeling it gives you is no matter what point, I mean, you just mentioned it, no matter what age you are or whatever, it's just like there's always tomorrow and there's always the future. And it's just
you have those feelings at so many points in your life, like even like as a junior in high school, when you're like, what am I going to go to college? What do I want to do? Trying to figure out what you want to, like, you're expected to figure out the rest of your life when you're a junior in high school. I don't know if I said college, I meant high school. But in high school, like, I have to choose my major if I want to go to college, or I have to figure out what I want to do. Like, I think those feelings start to come. And then once you're about the age that we are now, I think I sort of recognize this while we're just talking about it. But I think at this specific point, like in your sort of mid to early 20s, it's like you start to see the biggest gap of achievement or a place in someone's life at this point between your scope of your friends and family. It's like there's the people who, are still looking for their jobs, maybe didn't even go to college, are just working at like a grocery store, or they've started a family, or they're like pursuing a career, or they're on this creative track. There's like such a wide range.
But once you get a little bit older, you don't see that as much. The gap isn't as
But
I think right now is when you sort of see it the most.
Yes.
And so that's the scariest part of all of those different people's lives.
Yeah.
It's just you see, and the worst thing you can do is compare yourself to someone else.
Comparison, man. You can't do that.
No.
That's like, that makes you the most self-conscious.
Yeah.
And so I think we just wanted to say, while this all is changing, just remember to be yourself, because that's all you can do.
Yeah.
And just enjoy the moment and keep
That's
going
such
forward.
a great point. You know that, because I was at my age, I was going through horrible anxiety at 25, and I wasn't driving, and I just felt like a shit place. But I was always looking at other people and going, you know what, they got it so much better. They got this and they got that and that. And you know what? If I just focused on, you focus on yourself.
Yeah.
I think it is, instead of looking outward at other people.
Everyone's always going to have it better than you at any point in your life. There's always someone doing it like larger and better than you, and that's fine. It doesn't matter. And then you need to be thankful, because there's other people that unfortunately don't have it as great as you. Like, you have to look at both sides of the coin and just be like, where I'm at is just fine.
Yeah.
Do
you have another one?
Yeah, I mean, I got some. Well, I mean, unless you have something else that you want to say, I have what question?
Oh, no, I have
is
this.
Is there a question calling to you? Do you have?
There's one calling to me.
Yeah, go for it. Okay.
Do what's calling to you, man.
He was calling to
Come
me.
on, man.
Do you guys have a preference? The writer, the producer, or the touring artist? Is there one that you'd gravitate towards?
Oh, wow. That's a cool question. I don't know. I think it comes in like waves, because sometimes you're like really excited to like jump up and get up on stage, and there's some days where you're like, I like have diarrhea and the flu, and like, I don't want to get on stage right now. But then I love the times where we're both in his room or wherever we are, just making music together. And you know, he loves, you know, kind of just having his headphones on, being by himself and producing. And I like being on my own and like just writing lyrics for like a full day. And so it really is like kind of a mixed bag of just like whatever you're kind of feeling at the moment. But right now it's exciting to be on tour. Obviously, it's the very start of it. I might have a different answer like 30 days in. 30 days in, I might have a different answer, but
I think it's a mixed bag. It's like, for me, the music has always been like the number one thing, just the writing and producing, because that's like what's filling like the emotional sort of side of it. And like that, the achievement for me comes from being able to like express myself through music. So once we're on stage, it's really just like living the high life and like just living off of what we were able to create in a bedroom. But obviously touring is really fun. But like for me, like music is always just like, I love just making music. That's where I thrive the most. And as crazy as people see us on stage, like, you know, we are having the best time of our life. It's so much fun, but it's like, I feel like I'm just like purely in my element when I just like have my headphones on making music.
Do you think you could be content if you like say you had a career or super successful career, but all you were doing was making records, putting them out, but like you could never tour them? Like would you still be like, you know, content with that, or would that like kind of, I don't know, would you not be able to live with that?
I think a lot, like 90% of the satisfaction just comes from creating the music and being able to like see people's response to it and like have the satisfaction of putting music out into the world. Yeah. But like that's the fun part of it is seeing people's reaction to it in person and performing it. Yeah, I could, but like, while I'm young, it's still really fun to be out on stage. And
I'm curious because, you know, there's some people that it might be the inverse, where they're, you know,
they thrive off
the live setting, and they want to be, you know, in front of people all the time, but then they're not crazy about the studio sessions and whatnot. So I was just curious about that.
I'd like to go back to the diarrhea, to be honest.
Let's talk about it, man.
Because you know what, a lot of the artists who come through here, they said you don't shit on the bus.
You cannot. That is a huge no-go. Yes.
Is it really?
That's like,
well, think about it.
Yeah. I mean, you can't. First of all, it's like, if you really need to on the bus, you can, but you have to hot bag it. I don't know if you know what that is.
No, please tell.
Yeah. You literally take like a Walmart bag and line the toilet and shit in it, and then you have to tie it up and like toss it out the bus, like straight up camping
you put it
style.
in your friend's bunk.
Yeah, you put it in your friend's bunk. No, but that's like horror. That's like code brown, literally. Like that's like last resort. Like, but yeah, you don't shit on the bus.
But why are the toilets that shitty?
Well, no, it's not that the toilet is shitty. It's that you have to like, usually you have to pay like a fee to like dump it and stuff, so they get mad to do it. So you can, but then also it literally stinks up.
Yeah,
the damn bus.
it's
smells
mainly.
like a
I feel like it's
potty.
70% like a courtesy thing, 30% of plumbing and fee kind of thing.
Literally. It's mainly like you took a shit and now the entire bus smells like porta
fuck
potty.
you.
Yeah. It smells like a fucking like college game day shit porta potty. It's like horrible. No.
Usually if you really have to shit that bad, it's not going to be a nice solid shit.
That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be a messy one.
So,
but you know what? I feel like some real successful homies, like, you know, like Justin Bieber shitting on his.
Yeah, I don't know. They'll probably have
bus. They got like real plumbing.
Buses.
Yeah, they have like
There's probably one bus specifically
just for shitting. Yeah.
It's total bus.
It's probably true. Yeah, the crew bus.
The crew bus.
Man,
the old shit bus.
That's a bummer.
That's a true fact. Though.
You cannot poop on the bus.
Yeah, no, everybody said that. Like, everybody's true. I always ask, like,
you've never actually followed up on why.
No, it's like, you don't shit on the bus. I'm like, why?
These are the deep cut questions, guys. Welcome. The JVB tell all.
I had a question back to the record. There's 3 features on the record. What gravitated you guys towards those 3 artists?
As like all of our records go, we just make music with the people that we like and we're friends with. Like on the first one, Logic was sorry.
I should probably phrase it better. Like, did you seek them out for this record?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
good.
always do.
I see.
Yeah. It's always like we make the song and we're like, okay, we know exactly who's going to be on this. It was definitely like that with Danny Brown on No Hands. And then for Hyper Youth, like, What's Up, when we made that track, it was like JPEG, obviously.
You could, like feel it and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
And so we had only kind of reached out to people who we knew kind of either fucked with our music or were already following with us. We just like DM them, and that's how all the collaborations come. And then they just like, we actually haven't really been in the studio with any.
No, we
actually,
never
Danny,
have.
no, Danny was
we
the
did,
only
but
one.
It
And
wasn't
that was
even
in
a
this
studio. We
hotel
went
room.
to a hotel room, and he just
Oh,
like
really?
took a mic with us and plugged it in. He did it in one take. And
Yeah.
we're like, all right, we'll see you later. Like,
It was actually
it's
awesome.
Crazy.
But yeah,
He's got a record coming out real soon.
Yeah,
the new like
Stardust.
Hyper.
Excited
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah, it's insane. The
Hyper
single
pop.
off of it sounds crazy.
Dude, I know.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you on the JPEG part on his verse, did you tailor make the beat behind him, or was it? Because I remember listening to it and I was like, "Holy shit!"
That's one thing you pointed out. You said it felt like
It felt
almost
like
the beat like shifted
to a
towards-
JPEG style.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that track, like as soon as we started it, we were like, this is the JPEG track. So obviously
Oh, you knew
we,
it right away, yeah.
we sort of like were, I don't want to say catering to his style a little bit, but it was, I mean, I think it's really JVB and JPEG, like just like mixed
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
the sort of max that it could have been. But I think with that one, we just automatically knew it just sort of was the way it was. But we don't have a lot of just like, not down tempo, but the sort of like 140 BPM style stuff. So that was just a very obvious choice for him and his rapping style. So
It was killer.
Rebecca
It was
was
killer,
a
yeah.
was a highlight for
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
How did that come about? You guys were friends beforehand, or you
No.
reached out?
No, it just reached out.
yeah, that was the one where our team, we were like trying to decide who would be a really good female fit for the song, because we didn't mention this, but a lot of the songs on this, we were really looking for like a female sort of forward
Yeah.
focus with this
You just wanted
album.
women in it because it just sounds like badass. It just reminded us of like old like 2000s
I think that was
hip-hop,
on your mood board, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it said like female artists.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Especially with Tia too, and
Yes,
Tia just
Tia.
crushed Bust
She's
Down.
awesome.
That was our first choice, and then
Yeah.
she just crushed
Incredible verse.
that. But yeah, Rebecca, our team just reached out and she was like, yeah, let's do it. And so there wasn't even any, like people ask us a lot, like, was there like the meminess behind it? We're like, oh, she made Friday. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah.
like no,
No,
she's actually
just badass.
Yeah,
like,
just crushing it in such like a focal point
Yeah.
in that scene right now.
Her
And-
newer stuff is phenomenal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
so
awesome.
good. She's crushing it.
Yeah,
So we're really
super
glad
dope.
she was.
I think I was trying to explain that to you in the video because you haven't heard anything. You hadn't heard her newer records.
No.
Yeah.
So all you knew was
Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, Rebecca Black's on here, and you're like, okay, this is gonna be
Yeah.
interesting. But she was
She killed it.
Yeah,
She-
yeah,
I've been-
yeah.
I've been watching her live sets. I
watched
think
her
she did a DJ set I watched
Boiler
on
Room.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does a lot of those. Yeah.
Yeah, Boiler Room, and I was like, "Holy shit, man!" I was like,
Yeah.
"It's crazy," because we talked about this in the car one day that like there was a bunch of music that was made. Like Rebecca, I think they might have had the same producers during that time. Remember, like
like
Rebecca Black
some
and-
shitty pop, or not shitty, but just like these pop songs that were put out. That,
Yeah,
like,
there was
it
a
almost felt like they were intentionally put out to be like.
I don't know what they. Like,
I don't know what the
yeah.
purpose was, but I just want to say this. I think I don't know if I said this in a video or not, but I might have said it to you privately. I think if Friday dropped in 2025, it would not get hate. I think it would like.
You think so?
I think it would like people would.
I remember you saying that. Did you not say it
I
on
probably
our
said it
video?
in the video. Yeah, I
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
said it in the
Yeah.
video. Then I think it would do good. Like I think people would fuck with it. Like they
Yeah.
would think it's funny, and
Yeah.
like they would like. I don't know, because I like the song. Like it's a
Yeah.
good.
There's
song.
kind of some like 100x charm to it.
yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
there kind
There
of
is.
is.
Yeah.
There kind of is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it kind of works. Like it was just ahead of its time.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask you guys: did she? Okay, she was. Her vocals weren't great on Friday, right? Right? Because you guys are all. I remember it just from listening to it at the time.
Yeah, I mean, she was so young. Though,
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
that point,
yeah.
too, and it was just like I can't really remember.
Yeah, so
but
she's
that was,
obviously evolved vocally.
oh yeah,
she's- oh, yeah,
100%.
killing it.
Sure.
She's
Yeah,
killing
no,
it
she's
now,
great.
right? So
yeah,
it gives me hope for myself.
me too. Buddy.
Well, let's see what you got. Do you have anything off the rip that you can sing and sort of judge it?
I could, yeah. I gotta grab my guitar after that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
What, you got another one?
You know what I wanted to ask? Yeah, I got a long
ahead,
one here.
man.
These are long, but I've noticed and mentioned to Connor over this whole process that interviewing artists, there seems to be a big change with artists being healthy and living clean. Danny Brown, a lot of people
That we've had on. Yeah,
exactly,
yeah, yeah.
and when I was your age, all I heard about from the stars and, everybody going out was alcohol, drugs, orgies, swinging parties and that kind of shit. I was wondering, what do you think brought that change on? Is there anything specific you guys both do on the road to stay healthy?
Well, you don't know if they might do orgies.
Well, the orgies
and
still
stuff.
happen.
Yeah,
Orgies still happen. Lots of orgies, lots of cocaine, lots of drugs. Yeah.
Swinging parties.
No, man. I mean, like Joey and I mean, it's funny because growing up and in college, we really weren't those guys. Anyway, we had the occasional like Halloween party and would go out like on a football game weekend and have a beer or a White Claw. But we weren't partiers. Like that's why we were doing what we were doing because we didn't like to go out on a Friday night. Like we were up at 2 a.m. making songs. Just being stupid. But yeah, I mean, me personally, I don't drink, I don't do drugs. I'm just hanging out. So I also just recently, in the last year, have just been kind of going to the gym and stuff like that.
I saw
which is
you
nice.
weightlifting.
Yeah. So it's good. I had to because when we first started, my God, it was literally McDonald's every single day. First of all, it was all we could afford, and second of all, it was just it was easy and it was it was fun. It was the first time we've been away from home for an extended period of time. It's I'm gonna get McDonald's at 9 a.m. because I don't care. But you realize very quickly that you're wow, my body feels like shit.
That's when you need the secondary
I
shit
cannot
bus.
do that. No, that's when you need the secondary shit bus.
No, but I think we sort of left this sort of rock star era and entered a very authentic sort of artist forward sort of industry.
That's what we've noticed with
big
all our
time.
guests.
Yeah.
What, we had the Dare on, and we had he was our last guest, and we had a bunch of beer. We had weed if you wanted anything, and he was like, "I'll have a chamomile tea." And we're okay, cool.
Yeah.
Denzel was doing chin ups and working out, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Everybody's just really, really. It's so different than when I grew up with Motley Crue and everybody. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's cool. I think social media, as much as it has its low points and high points and how good and bad it can be, I think just the overall awareness of taking care of yourself and health has taken a huge priority in a lot of people's lives because you're opening up TikTok and Instagram and you're seeing people doing all this crazy shit. I mean, they're taking care of themselves, they're working out, they're eating good, so it can be a good influence. But
That's a good point.
I also think too with musicians and artists, especially us, it's a business. You want to take care of yourself and you want to be putting your best foot forward. I think a lot of these guys, whatever genre of music you're in, whether it's rock or alt or R&B or whatever, I think people are just I want to tour and I want to be healthy and I want to take care of myself and I want to be around and I want to have a good image around myself. Because I mean, as cool as the stories are from all the old rock guys, it's nothing but fucking problems. When all those guys, I mean, our tour manager literally tells us it's back in the day, you'd wake up at 5 in the morning to get on the bus and 2 of the members were missing because it's they're out doing cocaine and they're drunk and they're at the strip club. You're this is a nightmare. That would never happen with us. The craziest that we do is order Pizza Hut at 3 in the morning. It's oh,
I didn't make bus call because I was shitting liquid out of my ass. No, but he's right. I mean, there's sort of the artist is so much the center of everything at this point. Artists have so much more power, and I think that gives them sort of a reason to be okay, I should take care of myself and make the right choices. And there's no shame in anyone who drinks or does drugs or whatever. Do whatever you want to do, but
live your life.
I think we just remain sober most of the time. Of course, it's fun to go out and drink a little bit sometimes and have some fun, but we never get out of hand ever. And show days, nobody's ever drinking. There's no alcohol in the green room. We just take care of ourselves.
That's good. That's fantastic.
Also, bro, everything's being recorded, man. Everything. That's another crazy thing. It's just I mean, especially on show days, whatever. We're out in the street shopping, and there's kids yo, and you're just Jesus, imagine if you were fucked up. That'd be horrible.
That would actually be an awesome video.
Maybe we should stage it. You want to stage it? Get some TMZ on us. Jeez.
Some other questions I had, unless you got some burning ones there.
Not burning ones. I just wanted. You can go ahead and I'll jump in.
This one's an easy question. Skrillex sample. Was that easy to clear?
My goat. Yeah, it actually was.
It was the easiest one to clear. Yeah. Actually, I'd say
there was a lot of ones that were difficult, and we go into this. We're actually working on this documentary right now for the whole album, but sampling some of this stuff, there were so many moments where we went out and try to play a Poncho sample on What's Up. The day before that song was supposed to come out and we were performing it with JPEG on stage, we get a message that's from Playa. He's I'm not gonna clear anything. I want all this percentage of the song. I want 90%, blah blah blah. And we're we can't do that.
Yeah.
You know? And so like they ended up, I fucking stayed up for so long. Like he came over at like 10 o'clock at night and we were like, we got to figure this out. We got to figure this out. He ended up clearing it. So we went through like all this work to change. It was ready to go. I had submitted a completely new song without What's Up. And that's,
And then he ended up.
yeah. So there's so many things like that. I mean, like the, Forever Ever, like Andre 3000
yeah,
sort of
because I
thing.
have that line. Yeah, so we were kind of not back and forth, but it just took a while for Andre 3000 and Big Boy to like clear that little line
my
for
God.
me. To
Wow,
say,
really?
But yeah,
Yeah.
It's even the lyrics, man. It's not even just like the
Not
actual
even just
musical
the
samples.
samples.
It's like the inflection of stuff that you
that,
say.
yeah.
You know
Does
what
it
I
go
mean?
that deep?
It does.
Just
It
in
goes that
inflections?
deep.
Well,
man, yeah.
when you heard it, you thought it was the Kanye.
The Kanye one.
Exactly,
So
yeah,
Kanye
yeah.
took
So
it
it's
from
like-
them. Yeah, see? It's
Holy
levels to it.
shit.
You see what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
It's
So-
crazy because there was even a few samples where the main artist cleared it, but all the writers in the room didn't. I
Yeah,
think, was
like
it
we
a
were going to
Jay-Z
sample
thing?
Jay-Z
Yeah,
on
we were gonna
Hyper,
sample Jay.
and Jay-Z's cleared the sample, but the other people on the
Yeah.
record like couldn't figure it out.
It's
So we're like,
crazy,
we just
yeah.
can't do this. But
See, that's funny. It brings me to old heads, and I'm gonna claim I'm not one, but all the old heads go and they look at credits and they go, "Holy fucking 35 people!"
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Exactly.
well, then
A
if you
lot of
look at it,
it's-
there's the people who wrote the original song for samples, right?
yeah,
They all
so
have to-
all those people
all those
appear
people
on the
are in there.
writers list.
Dude,
So
it's really honestly in this day and age a sad state for hip hop how difficult it is to sample because that literally is the art and the magic of hip hop, especially the stuff that I grew up listening to and still do. Like
Yeah.
Tribe Called Quest is my favorite group of all time.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the samples, like they got away with like murder. They were stealing all of the dopest shit, and now you can't even touch it.
Dude, their
It's
first
like-
record is like what? There's a Beatles. All
Yeah,
you need is love.
all
Like,
that,
You know,
all
it's not
that.
even like interpolated. It just opens the
Yeah,
track,
just straight up,
and
yeah.
then they just go into the
Yeah,
song.
it's just incredible, and it's sad because like you can do it, but you got to have a lot of fucking money or like be somebody. And
So
right-
people can't go back, like the Beatles can't go back on that shit once it's done. How does it work?
I think once they clear
I
it,
think once they clear it, it's
It's
fine.
fine, yeah.
Yeah,
but
it's
either
just-
way, we walked into this record and we were like, like specifically me, I was like, as the producer, I was like, I want to fucking sample everything. So that's
Yeah.
where the Skrillex thing came out.
Yes.
Skrillex is like my hero, and I was like, I have to figure out a way to sample Skrillex. And even though it's just like the little Bangarang thing, I was trying ways to like actually sample like full songs, but
yeah.
that's hard to sample dubstep.
yeah.
But I mean, like Daft Punk and like
Yeah.
even Tyler, like JPEG, like all these people, like, and even though the old school hip hop at its core was always just sampling based on drum beats, based on jazz, based on soul. Like that's where that music came from.
Yeah.
And so we sort of were like, we want to approach this record from a pure sampling perspective because I think it's a lost art. I think people are so afraid of giving up percentage of the song, so they want to go remake it or try something else. And I'm like, I want to sample because that's really cool and that's what hip hop is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool to hear like the original sample. Like when you hear it, you're like, oh, that's from that fucking song.
Exactly.
Like that's
Yeah.
the point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so remaking it.
I wish we could have got away with a
I
little
know,
bit more
same.
things. Like I sampled like Midnight City by M83. That track didn't get cleared, but I mean like the Jay-Z sample and
for
things
Go
like
Hard,
that.
we tried to sample Santa,
Santa
Gold and
Gold.
we couldn't do it.
Yeah,
Like,
No.
Go Hard.
Brooklyn,
Yeah.
we go hard.
Yeah, so we
Like
had that
that.
in there for the longest time, and then we had to switch it to like a different voice because we couldn't
So
use it.
you guys had a record released. I saw that was like not demo versions, but it was like the pre.
Oh, the vinyl?
So
Yeah.
yes, exactly. We released a record because we were sitting like in all these meetings, and we were like, well, we finished the record and we want to get it out as fast as possible. Like I want to give it to people. I mean, it's kind of a dance summer record.
Yeah.
So we want to get it out. They wanted to sort of wait a little longer. We're like, how can we make this work? Because I understand there's a lot of things that happen in the background for people that don't know for a
Yeah.
record to come out.
Yeah.
But the biggest thing is vinyl because vinyl is such a big thing now. Made a huge comeback.
It takes forever
Takes
to produce
forever
as well.
to
It's
Really?
like back ordered. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, because they outsource it. I mean, like a lot of the wax comes from like the Czech Republic and stuff like that. It just
Same as
takes-
hockey pucks, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, weird,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It takes so long.
So we were like, how can we make this work? They're like, well, if you want to submit the record, the biggest thing is we're going to have to wait to clear these samples because they're not out yet. We can't produce this record until the samples are cleared. So we're like, well, let's just submit the record without some of the samples on it. And so that's what this test vinyl was. We
Yeah.
made it available to fans. Like fully transparent. Here's the record before it was done.
Yeah.
And we want to give it to you because I think it's special and it's really cool to see that you can hear these tracks before they were done, and it wasn't like this like money grab sort of thing. We're like,
No, I think
we want this
sick
record to
concept,
come
yeah.
out. We want this record to come out. So the only way they would let us do that is by having a vinyl like sort of available with it. We're like, okay, guys, we're gonna make this work. Like, this is our choice. We want this record to come out now. How can we do this? And it was with that vinyl. So
Wow, that's great. Where is that? Do we have
It's
that?
probably sold out now.
I think,
Okay,
I think it did sell out.
Yeah,
I might
yeah.
have some test pressings.
Yeah.
But,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I thought it was cool. Like, regardless of the issues with getting the record out, I think just putting out the test pressing with like, because you said, I think in the Instagram post it said like there were certain spots where you had left empty for verses from
Yeah.
features. Like that's a cool. I would like love to sit down and listen to that.
Yeah.
Especially after listening to the album.
Right.
See, that's where I could showcase my vocals.
There we go.
I'll find a
We got an
good
open
one.
verse for you.
Yeah,
go.
throw some shit down on that.
Throw some
open
something
verse
down.
on Bust Down. So.
What else you got?
I was really interested in this. How you guys, in terms of you guys sit and do lyrics together. Like, do you sit and write separately? Do you guys both collab on that? Do you bring that in? Like, how does it work when you guys are splitting bars for verses and stuff?
I mean, I would say like 80 to 90% of the time it's both of us in a room together and he'll pull a beat up. And then if we both get excited about it, we just start writing and writing. And,
Yeah.
you know, we just kind of throw stuff down here and there. But a couple songs on Hyper Youth, he had a beat and we were just at our houses, like our parents' houses. And he like shot it over to me. And then I just recorded it on my own time and he did the same thing. And then we put it together. But normally we're like together working on stuff. So
Yeah.
I think when we get really excited about something, it's either we're in the same room together and we know it's like real, or I'll send him something and he'll call me and just be like, "Holy shit!" That was "Party's Over" was the very first track I sent you
Party's
back
Over.
in like November.
It's my favorite off the record.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Appreciate that, but like "Live Right" was a really early track too, and
Yeah.
he like
That's
hated
my
it.
Oh,
favorite.
I
at first.
hated that song. Really? I love it now. I love that
Yeah.
song so much.
Yeah.
But writing it, I was having such a hard mental block because when you listen to it, I mean, it's so not even the style of music that I listen to. So I'm like, how the fuck am I supposed to write this? It's not even like a rap song. Like, what
killed
am
it,
I
though.
gonna do?
That's where
Thank
you hear our different sort of like, we have very similar tastes and listen to a lot of the same music, but you know, outside of that, it's like the outliers. Like that song was really inspired by like MGMT and M83 and like that sort of Porter Robinson.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say
And
very
so-
M83 feeling
Yeah.
on that
So
one,
like
yeah.
for that, it was us just like, hey, here's sort of my taste, and then like Brae's like, here's some of my tastes, and we're like, well, how can we make this work? Because it's a new experience for both of us to sort of write in this context and make it work for the project of JVB, you know? So like I can go out and write like the saddest song ever, but no one's ever going to hear it.
Yeah.
So it's like, how can we sort of like make this work in the context of JVB? So
Yeah.
that was just how it sort of came to be on this stuff. But
Yeah.
a lot of it's very locked in, and we'll just like give ideas back and forth
Yeah.
and try to like, he'll write like a really good verse and I'm like, shit, now I gotta fucking match that.
Vice versa, man.
Yeah.
Same shit. I mean, I'm always just so impressed with his production, man. It's crazy from where it started like a couple years ago. I mean, it's just wild the stuff that he's making now that we're making
you,
together.
brother.
It's just crazy. It's just
So I got to ask a technical question. Like in terms,
Yeah,
I
please.
because of you guys, I'm a Logic guy. First
cool.
Pro Tools and Logic in that room there.
that's impressive.
But I've went and I've downloaded FL the other day, just a demo version. I started fucking around with it, right?
There you go.
In terms of like you just said, you sent it over, right, to Brae and that sort of thing. Do you guys just have a DAW set up, or do you guys go through like a Universal Audio and with a mic? And how does it?
It's just
Yeah.
FL Studio.
Yeah, I fell, and then I just have like a shitty little interface and like this same microphone.
Yeah,
and I
SM7B.
plug it
Really?
in. Yeah, and then
So
I just
we just both have two studios kind of separate, and then I'll just send him a track. He'll pop it in FL, and then when
I'll
we're at
record
my
in
house-
Edison and then like take the MP3 and just like bounce it over to him like the raw vocal,
Yeah.
and then he'll put it in, and then
And then you do
That's
all the
fucking
mixing,
awesome.
Yeah,
Man,
mixing and mastering. You do all that.
Yeah, I do all the mixing and mastering. That's why it sounds like shit. So
No, that sounds amazing.
It is so funny when kids like they'll come up like the producers like, how do you guys make your stuff like sound so clean? Joey's like, what are you talking about?
I don't
Like,
know what I'm doing. I really don't.
Yeah.
No, it sounds great. It really
Thank
does.
you.
I was bumping it through there with. I got a sub the other day for the system, and I
Yeah.
cranked it up. And it was like fucking.
That actually for his was it your birthday? that I bought that?
Yes.
For his birthday, I bought a, for the longest time, we're huge Rocket KRK guys. So we just had like the classic like yellow and black speakers. But I bought for his birthday the subwoofer that goes with it.
What
like
a
the
difference,
10-inch.
Oh my God.
We plugged it in, his picture frames in the dining room. His mom was like, turn that shit off. Like dude,
and my dad's
awesome.
like, fuck.
Yeah, his dad was like, let's fucking go. But we turned his room into like a club. So making Hyper Youth was fucking awesome because like all the chunky songs, like we're just jumping. I was like sweating in his room, like dancing, like, oh my God. Like you can just feel it. Like,
Is that thing cranked right up to 10? Like,
no, well, we had it cranked.
My mom would
day.
kick me out of the house.
Yeah, that subwoofer, man. It makes all the. It's crazy, like the tools. Like you think I don't need it, but then like you buy something kind of nice, and you're like, oh wow, that's kind of awesome.
It's a huge difference. Yeah,
it's crazy.
But that's cool to hear that because like I'm trying to learn that shit in there because like Pro Tools was easy for me because I was using hardware. So it was I had all my hardware and everything was going to the Pro Tools and I just manipulated. I'd play the parts and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But moving into a DAW where I'm not using hardware and I'm using VSTs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a totally different a different world for me thinking because I'm not physically playing them.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I don't. It's so funny because like I produce like on the side, like nothing for JVB yet, but like just from looking over his shoulder for like a couple years, I just like kind of know how to do like a small amount of things. But FL is like really fun because a lot of people when I watch YouTube tutorials, they're like using the actual drum track, like the click track, and like we don't even touch that shit. Like it's literally like everything is in just like the main like the timeline. Like
nothing
just dragging.
is ever MIDI.
Yeah, no, nothing's ever
drums.
MIDI. Like I'm just like taking samples and sounds and like dragging it. Like you're really like drawing stuff like the whole time. Yeah, kind of. So and
Except
like
for like a couple of the melodies and like bass stuff is MIDI, but other than that, like all drums are just straight on the like
right on the
arrangement.
track.
And
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah, because Connor bought me that Roland kit, so I have that looped in.
Oh, nice.
So I'll play it right with a click and then trigger 808s or whatever. But I'm really intrigued to try to. I know this is a big step, but I want to get into sampling. I'm amazed by it. After we went through the Kanye discography, and I'm like,
oh wow,
it's like fucking crazy. What was the one I just bawled my ass off? Blood Diamonds, Jay-Z.
Diamonds from Sierra Leone. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
you cried on that one.
It was my
as you should have.
it was so fucking good and so emotional, and the use of samples was just like,
dude,
it was crazy.
Well, I'll tell you what, get yourself on TrackLib and Looperman, and you'll be having yourself hours of fun.
Yeah.
Looperman?
Looperman. That's it's like old,
a lot of the OG
like
samples from our tracks came from Looperman.
yeah,
but-
kids like Looperman's this website where kids just upload little like loops of songs. You can just like
Well,
go
that's sort of how I
shit.
started too, and I didn't even realize it because like I wanted to make mixes like my dad, so I started making a couple mixes, and then those mixes sort of turned into me like cutting up certain pieces of songs and then putting different drums over them, and then that's how my music started. It was just me, like all my original tracks are just other people's tracks just cut up. Like so that's sort of how I got into sampling without even like realizing it, and so it was all sampling, and then I actually learned how to like do stuff. And make it, and then now it's kind of back to sampling. So
Yeah.
It's crazy. I've gone like nutty full circle because when being like the old school guy, I wasn't listening to hip hop when samples were being used and stuff like that. So I was like, this is like cheating. And you know what I mean? You're taking people's stuff. But man, is like a totally 360 for me.
yeah.
Like it's
180.
180, yeah.
Back to the same spot.
Fuck sampling.
This is awesome.
We've been talking
Now
about it
fuck
this whole
sampling.
time.
Fuck
I'm
that
actually fucking
shit.
pissed off.
Now I'm pissed. Again, it was cool. Now I'm back to pissed. No, man, that's really cool though.
But it's really like it's such an art to take it, especially when you're slowing down your pitch shifting and stuff, and you're like it's crazy. And for people who think it's easy, you just go in and like just go and grab this and that because you have a DAW. Like actually go and try it.
It's
It's very
it's fucking
fine line
hard.
between lazy samples too, because there's a lot of
my
lazy samples
God.
that are being used in like sort of
sucks.
modern pop.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of like where people are going that direction with it. And like I never like hate on anyone's art, but like I think sort of the way we approach it is very intentional, and it's like very Kanye and like Daft Punk and like old school hip hop, like especially just bass where everyone's just chopping stuff up and it's just a lot of different things in one. I love using multiple songs in one.
Yeah.
It's pricey, but it's fun and there's an art to it. So
Yeah. Can I ask you one question though? Like it doesn't have to be in the podcast or whatever.
Sure.
But when I see people sampling and they're using the MPC, and they're pushing the preset squares.
Yeah.
Like do they just load a sound on there?
Yeah, normally the samples are just loaded in from your computer like onto the MPC.
Yeah.
So there's a VST or whatever that'll sort of slice.
Yeah,
You can
it'll
choose
cut it up
which
for you.
slices of them sort of apply to each pad, and then you can play them on like a
Oh, and
the
through-
MIDI
okay,
controller.
yeah,
But we don't even use hardware. Like
Yeah.
we don't
No.
use any of that stuff. It's
You're
literally
not
just-
touching anything.
No,
I think
it's
it could be
all-
fun to start doing that.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to start.
Yeah, but I mean, it's worked up until now, so
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Then don't fuck with it.
I think
right?
the creative process is going to further evolve. I mean, it evolved a lot with this album, but I think this album gave us a lot of confidence that we can just really fucking do whatever we feel.
Yeah.
So
I've always wanted to get an OG Triton keyboard like Timbaland used to
Oh.
use, like with the floppy disk that you put in and you can play the sound. Oh man, that shit looks crazy.
And everything is crazy now at Bryce, though.
Expensive. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like it's gone through the roof. All the hardware stuff. I was looking at the Tascam because McGee.
Oh,
Yeah.
of course.
So the task, you can't even buy that 4-track anymore. Like it's on reverb and it's fucking through the roof. And like
Yeah.
I wanted to plug it
Thousands
in
of
and
fucking
do what
dollars.
he's doing.
Well, the sad part is too. As soon as like kids find out like what producers or whoever is using, I mean, it all just like shoots up like on eBay. It's like literally
it's
like
nuts. Yeah, it's through the roof, right?
whatever.
You got any last questions?
I got this
before
one.
we go
How do you
to-
that one? Do you guys? Okay, one last thing here. This what item can you not live without on tour? Because you guys are on the road all the time. One thing,
Can't live without on tour.
the bus toilet. You got to push that aside. Forget that.
I want to say something funny, but
You can say whatever
I'm
you
going through
want.
my essentials bag right now. Like, what do I always have on me? This is dumb, but we always have a portable charger because iPhone batteries just suck.
Yeah.
I always have that. Yeah, we always have like a Bluetooth speaker laying around somewhere, like a JBL,
Yeah.
or whatever, a Bose, sponsor us. Always got our headphones. Yeah, always have our AirPods on it. Dude, yeah, we're so boring, man. Like, what's on the bus though? We got like snacks on there. Oh, a green room. We always got golden Oreos in the green
Yeah,
room. That's
golden
our
Oreos.
vice.
What are those?
We have what?
haven't tried
Like
golden-
vanilla Oreos?
No.
Do you want to have that in Vancouver?
We
Oh,
got-
shit.
no, we have.
They're
Okay.
banned at the border. We can't.
oh, they're really fucking good.
You're really good, but yeah, no, dude, we're like boring now. We're like just getting old and grown. We got like ginger shots and green juice.
Yeah,
in the fridge.
that's-
Just
It's like you
fucking,
got to take care of
That's
yourself.
fantastic.
boring. Yeah,
But I mean, like the bus is fucking freezing. We're about to go out and buy blankets.
yeah. It's so the bus is cold. The AC
Really?
is blasting in
Yeah.
that thing. Yeah, we're like, God, woke up like freezing.
something's wrong with the AC.
Yeah,
but,
we got to get
you know,
blankets up in
there's
there.
sometimes you just got to bring stuff. But I mean, like honestly, for me, it's just like my headphones. I guess like it's
Yeah.
always nice to like be able to go off and like work or to even just like listen to music and sort of like escape for a little bit.
Yeah.
Do you guys write while on tour often? Or?
I write lyrics down like every day. Like
Do you
I have
really?
like I have a notes app where like I'll just be because it's kind of just like passive. I'll be like walking on the street or in the shower and I'm like, oh
Think of
fuck, I gotta write that
something.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like I'll hear a song, like I'll be in public and like hear a song and like hear a beat and be like kind of just writing something in my head. I'm like, that's a cool flow, and like I'll write it down.
Yeah.
So yeah, I write stuff, not like full songs. It's always just like kind of snippets of lines.
Occasionally, we
and stuff.
kind of do if we sort of have to or something pertinent comes up. But usually, it's just like we kind of just enjoy the moment, and then anything that comes up, just like produce it. But you
Yeah.
know,
You're not on the laptop all the time, sitting there producing stuff
On the bus.
no,
the
not
bus.
really.
No.
I mean, we just spent fucking a whole like 6 months creating this album.
You're like,
There's a lot.
yeah.
It's
Get
sort
it
of
out
like it comes to be this thing where it's like we really just lock in for the album, but otherwise it's just like you make anything you want to, and you never know what's going to end up being used. So even if
Yeah.
it's something that's completely different for like in general, which Live Right was, I was like, I don't even know if this is for JBB, but I just like
Just
made it.
making Yeah.
It was cool, and
It's
then
fantastic. I'll say
Yeah.
it again.
Thank you, man. We
Thank you,
appreciate
but-
it.
No,
Yeah.
there's some
Yeah.
people that I remember we had Danny on the podcast, and that was just after Quaranta came out.
Yeah.
And he had Scaring the Hose
Yeah.
earlier in
Yeah,
the year.
awesome.
And we were
Album.
talking to him about it, and then after the podcast finished, we were like, what are you up to? And he's like, I'm going right back to the hotel room to record, because he was on tour and he's working on the album that's coming out next month or the month
Yeah.
after. And that's the one he played us some stuff with underscores.
Yes,
Remember
that's
that?
right. Yeah.
So he
Yeah.
already had he just released Quaranta, and he was like already halfway into the next record. I was like, holy
Yeah.
shit, man! Like,
yeah.
some people, I guess, they'll just fucking just keep going.
I mean, bro, that's like we just watched for fun Lil Wayne's old documentary. I mean, that he was always recording.
Writing,
Like he
yeah.
would get in the tour bus after a show, like just recording and just be like spitting. Yeah, like I mean, more power to those guys. I think some guys, like the way they're wired, like they just have to be like making stuff all the time. But like, whereas us, it's more fun because like when we lock in for an album, it's literally a week straight of not leaving the basement, like just ordering like sandwiches to the basement or like his room, and like just we're just spitting for like hours a day, like just not leaving that room. And so it's cool. So I mean, maybe in the future we could shift it to where, like, you know, on the off down times when we're super busy, be making stuff. But I kind of like the way that we do it. It's fun. It's like a bonding time.
Well,
It's
we're
like
also, you know, we create our own schedule too. So there's, first of all, nobody telling us what or when we need to release. We sort of just like bring everything to the label and like, this is what we want to do. And they're like, cool, let's do it.
That's awesome.
So, I think, I mean, there's always, like, you know, like he said, he's always writing lyrics. I'm always like putting stuff down and then always producing stuff that, you know, is going to be used or not. But you never know what it is. So what's going to happen. So by the time we get to the album, it's like, here's sort of all the shit that we've made.
Yeah.
Can any of it be used? If not, then let's just like sort of lock in and
have
start
like a writing
going.
session.
We're going to be completely different people in a year before we start, you know.
That's the other thing too that I really like, especially with the making of Hyper Youth. Like it was just such a time of our life that we're living right now. It made sense for it to sound the way that it does because of the things that we're experiencing. And I think making music on a rolling basis, like some other people do, like it can work. But if you're trying to create an album that has a very specific like theme or a feeling,
atmosphere,
you gotta catch it at that perfect
moment.
time. You know, you gotta, you know, like he just said, we're like different people. Like we're definitely gonna be in a different position now, like, you know, than a year from now. So it's like you don't really know what it's gonna be. So it's fun to be making music like in that moment.
But we've
like,
released 3 albums in 3 years. I remember
It's
after
quick.
No Hands, I was just like, fucking, who cares? Next one.
Yeah.
Like, not really, but it really
Yeah.
was. It's like, I remember like going to like guys, like, I have the exact fucking album in mind, talked to Brae, then we got locked in and we made the exact album we wanted to, like to a T.
Yeah.
It was like, we immediately, after No Hands, were like, let's go on the next one.
Yeah.
Now I think we're going to like,
I was gonna
take
say,
a little
embrace
bit of a
this time.
second, not like 5 years or whatever,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think we're just gonna like let this sit because I don't think it really has done what it needs to do yet. I think people are gonna like sort of warm up to it, and that's
I
what
think so
we-
as well.
I think- yeah.
Especially seeing it live, I think.
Exactly.
You know what? For an old guy like me and listening to it with Connor, it's been on replay with me. You can look at it in the studio right now.
check
It's
your
like
Spotify rap.
it
the end of the year.
resonates with me. You know what I mean? Which is like really, really fantastic that it's got that wide range. You know what I mean?
you.
Yeah,
like
thank
I'm
you.
fucking with it at 72 years old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep growing in age throughout the podcast.
But we appreciate that, and I think that's
thank you.
a sentiment about this album is you can just enjoy what you want to enjoy. It's okay to like not like a certain kind of music, even not like us. Like, you know, our music isn't for everybody, and it's really just us being exactly who we are, saying the things we want to say. And if you don't
man.
like it, cool.
Yeah.
It's not for you.
Yeah.
I think
you
it's
know?
sad when kids be like fighting online all the time about like their opinions on music. I
Yeah.
mean, you said it earlier. It's like, I might get some hate for like switching clips in JVB. It's just like, that's your opinion, bro. Like,
yeah.
of course, there's going to be millions of people that are just like, yeah, Joey Valence Brae are dog shit compared to clips. Like, no shit.
Yeah.
But like, it doesn't matter. If you like it, that's fine.
That's
Like,
yeah.
it doesn't matter to
That's
me.
that's
Like,
the Tyler clip I watched. Tyler, the creator, was talking about that.
Yeah.
He says there's just so much discourse on hip hop Twitter and stuff like that of people like.
Well, I
just,
already had somebody fucking like, DMing me saying like, you know, like I can't something about your guys' album and then something about clips, and I was like, dude, it's just my opinion.
I'm gonna
Like,
find
Yeah.
you.
yeah. It
Yeah,
I
doesn't
think it's
matter.
very obvious that we are not better rappers than Clips.
Yeah, it's very, very
Like,
obvious. You can't
obviously.
like put. That's the thing too. Like we were like, give me your top 5 right now. It's just like you can't even really put like your top 5 against each other because
Yeah.
it's completely different.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
just let it be what it is. That's
Yeah.
my thing with music. And when we're making music, when I'm listening to music, like I like a lot of stuff that a lot of people would never listen to, but that I don't care because I like it. Like, so,
That's
you know what I
exactly-
mean? Like
yeah.
okay,
People
I
are
don't
so
care.
afraid to have an opinion that other people don't agree with, and if they do, they only do it because they want to say it on the internet. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I also just think, you know, it's okay to if our music is corny to you and like cool,
Yeah, it's
like
like, all
you
right.
know, I think I'm a naturally corny person, and that's awesome.
Yeah, it's
like
whatever.
you just be yourself,
Yes.
and that's all you really can do.
Yeah.
You know, it's okay to be corny. It's okay to like have fun, just in like any kind of music that you want to. Just enjoy yourself, and who the fuck cares? It's
That's
just
sort of
music.
Yeah, that's sort of hyper youth.
That's
What you
essentially
just said.
100%, man.
Like, don't care about dancing. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Well,
go
I care
dance
about
tonight.
dancing. Dance, but like,
Care about
No,
dancing.
but I don't care about
what
dancing.
people
They
think,
don't
yeah.
worry about it.
You're
Yeah,
gonna
just-
dance tonight at the show.
I'm gonna dance. Yeah, I don't give.
Please
We can't
do,
wait to
man.
have you guys.
Please
Yeah,
do. Yeah,
so
we're really
excited.
excited for
Yeah.
y'all to come through.
I will take off my shirt and then
Oh.
if so,
Oh
hopefully
my God.
somebody will lift me. Is that what?
Well,
You
you
wanna
can come
crowd
on
surf?
Yeah,
Yeah, crowd
we'll come on stage. You can run off and jump into the crowd.
Oh man, that would be a clip. We need y'all stage diving tonight. Oh,
Yeah, but you know
shoot.
my luck. Everybody's gonna move. I'm gonna fucking slam, break my fake teeth.
Do you want to move on to the
Yes,
final
we've-
part of the podcast?
Yeah,
where
we've
we
come
do
to
the,
the special area.
just had a title for this segment. It was called "Grab My Sack."
Oh, let's go.
But that was hold on, wait. That started with Danny Brown, right?
Yeah, started
Yeah,
with Danny
that-
Brown, and it was because we had a gift for him, and it was in a bag. So we're like, it's called "Grab My Sack."
Okay, guys, welcome to Fondle My Sack right now. All right, here we go.
Then our next podcast guest was, do you know the group from the UK, The Last Dinner Party? You heard of them?
I don't think
I
so.
think I have.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was two girls, and I was like, I don't know if I want to call
We
it
might have to
Grab
change that
My
one
Sack.
up
"Grab
for
My
the
Sack." So I think
women,
we called it
Grab my
something-
snatch.
We called it.
Grab my snatch. How about
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Snatch my snatch.
Snatch my snatch.
Snatch my snatch.
No, we
That's
can call
good.
this one "What's in the Box."
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good one.
Grab
'Cause
my
it-
box,
'cause it's
guys.
Grab my box.
what's in their
Great.
box, guys?
What's in their box?
You can't say that.
What's in the box? Okay, here we go.
Yeah, so you went a little.
Oh my goodness, what's happening
All right,
right
be honest.
now?
Who did the rapping?
Who did it?
He
I was up early. I got up at 3.
yeah.
Why
To
were you
wrap
up at
these
3 in the
gifts?
morning?
You know what? I woke up I went to bed at 11 after we were setting up and stuff like that. I had a couple beers. I got up at 3, and then I actually was thinking of you guys. I'm like,
You think of us at 3 in the morning?
No, I was wondering where you guys were actually at 3 in the morning. Were you sitting at the border
On a
or were you-
bus.
Don't lie. You were thinking about us naked.
You're thinking about us naked. At 3 a.m., you're not thinking about JB at 3 a.m. not naked. I better be naked at 3 a.m. All right, guys.
You were thinking about the orgy.
Yeah.
See, I'm upset. I thought there'd be an after party in the green room with an orgy swinging party.
The OnlyFans section of this episode is right after this. So,
So this one's a group one for both of you
a
guys.
together gift?
Can I explain this one first?
Sure.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
yeah. Get on the mic here. So
Yeah,
we can,
this one sucks.
Oh wow.
no, it
sucks.
doesn't. No, I think
I bought it because I was just out. Had to go get something for my car, and I was at a Best Buy, and like they had this there, and I was like, you know what? You mentioned this slightly on the album.
Okay.
It's an Xbox.
No,
I sure hope.
Sponsored by
no,
Xbox.
and then I tried it out. I got some batteries for it because you'll see what it is.
It's a vibrator.
no.
Jesus.
It is the hardest thing to use. I'll let you.
That's something
I've
I
never
can't
used a
live without on the
vibrator
tour.
before, so that's something I can't live without a
my
vibrator.
If you
Okay,
guys
we'll
can,
open it.
if you guys
Yeah,
don't
we'll-
want this, fucking, it's fine.
Even if we don't, we'll say we do.
Yeah.
I hope it's a
Just smile a
Lamborghini.
lot. And,
Oh no way! Oh my god! It's a fucking Halo like
Wasp.
helicopter.
It's
a wasp.
Oh my! We're gonna have fun with
Bro,
that. That's
yeah.
even,
That's gonna be the wake up
Let's
call in the
go.
morning. We're gonna be driving that into everyone's bunks.
that's so sick.
if you can figure out how to use it though, because I wanted to get the
Bro.
battery set up.
Dude,
for
we
you
should
guys.
fly it during the show.
Yeah.
while I jump off the
You will-
stage.
Yeah.
you will kill somebody.
That is so-
you
That
gotta-
is hard.
You got to learn
Oh
how
my
to use
God.
it in the green room.
Dude,
first.
I haven't used like an RC helicopter. Remember like the Warhog helicopters you could buy from like
my
Toys R Us?
Yeah, we were using one of Lucas's.
Oh yeah.
It has a range of 150 feet.
Yeah.
Dude, no way.
Let's.
Was
That is
it
amazing.
your verse that said I want to play
I just
Halo?
wanna play
That's
Halo.
why-
Yeah,
Yeah,
Halo.
that's why I was like, I
That
saw
is awesome.
Can I ask you what's your favorite Halo game?
I mean, I grew up mainly with Reach. That's what I played the most. But I think Halo 2 is the best Halo game.
Oh, okay. So I'm not gonna disagree with that, but Halo Reach is my favorite.
That's
so I was
Halo
just
Reach is
curious.
fantastic.
That's the one I grew up with.
Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah,
what
thank
a
you, bro.
sick gift.
Other gifts here.
Wow, there's so
Can
many.
I
It's
explain
like
this one? Just for
Christmas.
this one here, just for Bray.
Wow.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
So we saw that you went thrifting, right?
Yeah.
You had some fun thrifting.
Yeah.
So this
Tried
one
to
hit
get some dude in fucking, where was it? Was he in Turkey or something?
Yeah,
or?
what's with the guy in Turkey with the shoes?
Oh my god, yeah, that kid. I was like, I wanted a pair of shoes in Portland, and I was like, can anyone hook me up with these at
like,
like
"What
a
size
shoe
are you?"
shop? He's like, what size are you? And I thought it was legit. I'm like, oh, I'm on 11. Can you help me out? He's just like, no, I can't. He's like, you give small feet energy, and I live in Turkey. I can't help you. I'm like, all right, thanks. I just got roasted and no help. So like, sick. That was awesome. Love our fans, guys. You guys are the best.
So
Well,
this is
man.
for something that you can work with your thrifting when you
All right, bro.
get some gear and
Let's
stuff.
go. This is like Christmas right now. I've never been to a
This
podcast
is
where we got gifts. This is
incredible.
incredible. This is awesome. Oh, it's cardboard.
Yeah.
Oh shoot! No,
Whoa,
this is for
some
like a jean
patches?
jacket.
Yeah, you can put 'em on.
Fire.
Yo.
That's
All right, that's
the-
actually
yo.
hard. Try BC Boy. The Clips one is tough.
Clips one is sick.
Damn.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. So
I
those are,
literally-
I believe they're iron on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude, this is sick. Thank you. I literally have a jean jacket that has like pins on it already. I'm gonna
Oh,
put these on here. I'm gonna send
That's
you a
so
picture.
sick.
Sweet.
Dude, this is sick. Thanks. That's awesome.
wow.
You got one for
Those are
Yes.
sweet.
for
This
Joey.
one was hard to get, and
Whoa.
and I just want to tell you, it sort of represents youth
wow.
and someone you love. So
Guys, we're gonna have to put you guys on our fucking Christmas card list or some shit now. This is so nice. This is actually the kindest thing.
incredible.
It's crazy.
Oh my God! It's a Lady Gaga book.
What?
A little golden book by our.
Wait, that is so sick. Look at that.
those are the golden books.
Shout
from-
out Gaga. She's my queen.
Wait, what is that? She's like a Disney princess.
Oh my gosh! It's a whole story.
No
about
way.
her upbringing and stuff
Wow.
like that. Right? So-
This is
like-
incredible. Like Lady
children's
Gaga.
style.
That's the first time I heard like pop on the radio that had like these electronic and like really club elements that I like was noticing. It was my first ringtone on my phone, Just Dance. I used to like
That
put
is
it in my mouth and
awesome.
go wow wow wow. Like, my ringtone. She's my goat. I love Lady Gaga. Shout out. Let's make a song together. You hate us, but it's okay.
Dude, I used to have so many of those gold leaf books.
That's incredible.
now that we're
Did you?
thinking
Yeah,
about it.
yeah, they're crazy.
That's awesome.
Thank
That's
you.
Such a
Yeah.
throwback.
That's so sick.
Wow, that's incredible.
Do you want to do those two? Then?
Wow.
These are throwbacks for you guys.
Should we just open one each?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
All right, let's do it.
This one I think is a vibrator.
I hope
That's
it
the
is.
vibe,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
rose toy.
Yeah.
We're gonna share that with everyone on the bus.
Wow.
Oh my god, how do you guys know I fucking wear these? The I Heart Boobies bracelets. I have like 80 of these.
I
The lanyards too.
Oh, lanyards.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm gonna be rocking that.
That's
for sure.
incredible. Put the
I
tour
didn't know if
pass
you
on
wore
here.
them or not.
Dude, I am. That's what I'm gonna do.
Fantastic.
Bro, we're gonna put our tour pass for all access on those. Little, like,
Let's
lanyard
go.
thing. Dude, these are hard, bro. I buy these all the time at Zoomies. I used to rock them. I got in trouble for wearing these in 6th grade. I had like a bunch in the science class. My
Did
teacher
you
was
really?
like, "What are those?" I'm just like, "It's for cancer." What
I
do you
thought
mean?"
I thought they like actually sold them in the school, and that's why kids thought they were crazy because it's like it says
did they
boobies
sell them in
on
the
it.
school? I don't remember that. If they did, that's
I
awesome.
used to
think
wear
they-
them in grade 6, grade
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
That was when
These were
I
awesome.
rocked them, and I went to Zoomies, and I gotta say, I got their names on my phone because I went there and I was looking for some gifts for you guys, and then the guys there were helping me, and then I told them who you guys were, and they all freaked out. They're like,
Oh,
"What?"
really?
They were like, "Yo."
Yo,
Dude,
Zoomies, shout out.
bro. Shout out Zoomies.
And I wrote their names down: Caden, Salem, and Jordan. So shout out to you guys.
Shout out to you guys at the Zoomies, at the local Zoomies.
You better
in
be coming to the
Vancouver.
show. If not,
They
you're not
better
a
be
real
pulling up.
I
JVB
think
fan.
they are. They actually are.
Oh,
That's awesome.
excellent.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, you guys are like coming to my house for Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
now.
this
This is like
I love
this
turkey.
is
You're
so
invited to the
sweet,
barbecue.
man. Thank you.
This is incredible.
You guys are invited.
Okay, this one here is Connor. You can explain this, and there's we have to give a shout out.
I have to give a shout out for this. This was an idea that I had, but somebody online was able to help me get this done.
Okay, sweet.
Wow.
I'll let you guys open them.
Wow,
at the same
this is
time,
very
and
exciting.
You'll see.
So it's really is true. People are really nice in Canada. What in the flying fuck is going on right now? This is the coolest gift we have ever received in our entire life. Are you kidding? Look at the back.
Oh my
Like a
god.
fucking badass.
Wait, what's on the inside? Is that a
So-
Tribe CD?
There's a Tribe CD in there. I know you're.
This is my favorite Jay-Z tape.
Oh
I know
my
you're-
god.
Motherfuckers. Do you want to kiss? This
This is
awesome.
actually
Bro,
so-
What the fuck?
This is going right up in like my whole display
Bro.
case at home.
Until you guys, I don't know if you sell the CDs yet for Hyper Youth. Do you not?
Not yet.
No,
So
'cause-
once you do, you can. We just put some placeholders in there because I know you guys like Tribe and Jay-Z and whatnot. I know
Oh my God.
Jay-Z was your first concert,
Dude,
right?
yeah, that was my first
yeah.
concert ever. I literally literally bought an entire matching red Nike tracksuit just to go to that concert. Yeah, it was the Magna Carta Holy Grail
Wow.
tour. And I cried when he came out. I was like 14 or 15. I was so overwhelmed. I've never been to a live show in my life, and I couldn't believe that Jay-Z was like 100 yards from me. I was like losing my mind as a kid. Yeah. Incredible.
Where was this? In what city?
It was in my hometown. It was at the Bryce Jordan Center in State College, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah.
What was your first show?
My first like real shows where I was going to Warped Tour growing up. So
Yeah, yeah.
like in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Just saw like all these like, post-hardcore and
Yeah.
like metal bands there. So
Do you know
that's-
30,000 Pounds of Bananas? The song?
by whom?
It's Harry Chapman. It's a big song about 30,000 pounds of bananas crashing in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Oh, really?
You know the song, right?
I might know it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's a folk song from the 70s, right?
But for the design of this,
Yeah, who made this?
I was working on it and I needed help because I couldn't get the dimensions right. And Colin, shout out Colin. His
Shout out Colin. What
Instagram
up?
is Trovado Media. That's
Trovado,
it.
yeah.
We'll
put that up
definitely
on the
send him a
screen,
message.
Yeah, well,
This is incredible. Thank you guys so much.
he's
Like,
still
these are
big
such
time.
cool gifts.
Yeah.
And like we wouldn't just talk. We would talk out of our ass and say that, but I promise we're not. These are really
Yeah, these are awesome. Also, like, thank you for inviting us on this podcast. It's
Yeah.
cool to like kick it and like talk music and like a laid back and actually get like cool questions because like 90% of the time when we're doing PR, it's like, where did you meet? Like, like blah, 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 blah. So like this shit was awesome, man. It was really cool to talk to y'all.
Oh, that's
This
awesome.
is
Thank you so
badass.
much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
No, it's great.
really appreciate
Thank
you
you.
guys coming on.
Yeah.
Hyper Youth is out. The tour has just started. So if you guys haven't got tickets, I think a good amount of places are sold out, right?
A good amount are sold out.
But there's still some tickets.
There's a
for
couple.
less.
There's a few
certain,
cities.
certain cities.
Texas,
So
I'm looking at you.
Texas, we're looking at y'all. Y'all hate us in Texas. We have like no tickets sold in Texas.
and
Kinda
let's
cool.
get some
Zero
in
tickets.
Texas.
Yeah.
Go Hyper Youth tour.
Yeah.
And thank you guys so much for coming on.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. This was awesome. Appreciate it.
Incredible. Thank you.
Thank you.
Boom. There we go. Peace.
Hell yeah.